Hello friends, in this video we are going to learn JAIIB 4th paper Retail Banking and Wealth Management, Module A Retail Banking, Unit 1 Retail Banking Introduction. Okay, so generally what is retail banking? You all know that whatever the financial service we generally provide to an individual or a general public, we say we are accepting deposits and lending loans to small customers as well as the individuals, small business startups. So these and all comes under the retail banking. That is, we directly deal with the individuals or the retail customers. Okay, whereas corporate banking means we are dealing with the corporate customers. For example, big IT companies or even government accounts and everything that was a huge business. Okay, this comes under the corporate banking. This was the main difference between retail and corporate banking. So in this full chapter we are going to learn about what are the retail banking products as well as what are the services we are providing to the individual or the small startup companies. Let us first take a situation. If an individual is there and his income is increased, you know what will be his first demand? He will be in demand for a financial market where he can save his amount or he can invest his amount to make it in multiples. Okay, so at the first time he will think about our bank. Do you know why bank is first think other than this mutual fund or whatever other options? There are many options like bonds or anything, right? Because this is the banks are the safest and secure source for any individual for savings and investment, right? So we new innovative products and services we are moving from our traditional banking. For example, this passbooks in our mobile phone, that is e-passbook, as well as scan pay or whatever it is. You know we have lots and lots of innovative products in our recent days we have seen. So at first we were product oriented and now we have moved on to customer centric approach. It means we are searching what is the need of the customer and giving the product according to that. For example, already I have said the passbook, right? E-passbook, that is the actual need of the customer. So we are understanding what is the need of the customer and we are satisfying by giving them the exact product what they are in need. Okay, then now we all know that the primary function of a bank is nothing but intermediation. It means we accept deposit from the public, okay, and lend it to another set of public people, right? So we are in the middle, we are the intermediation. So the acceptance of deposit and lending, if it takes place in the branch level of within the individuals or a small startups or a small business companies, it is called as the retail banking, or we can say that the lending for these people, we say it as a retail lending. Okay, so like companies as well as firms, we banks also have our balance sheet which shows the actual performance of what we are doing, right? So we all know that balance sheet has two sides, that is asset as well as liability. So the retail products, what are the retail products that come under these two, that like asset as well as liability? Is asset is whatever we will get back. So all the loan amounts the customer will be paying to us back, right? So what are the loans? That like personal loan, housing loan, vehicle loan, education loan, mortgage loan. So everything comes under the asset side. In liability side, we all know, or whatever the deposit customer pays to us, we need to give them back. So all the demand deposits comes under the liability side for like RD, FD, current account as well as saving account. Addition to that, we also give credit card, insurance, ATM, online banking, everything. Okay, so if we separate banking into two, it will come as individuals as well as firms. Individual means the retail things or the small companies, small entrepreneurs. So everything comes under the individuals, whereas wholesale, MSME, so these are all comes under firms. That is, it involves the high value of transaction. Firm mean different companies or trust or anything like that. So retail, there is two type of retail things, that is mass retail banking as well as classic retail banking. Do you know what is mass retail banking? What are the standardized products or services we are providing to the base customers? That is, for example, the mobile banking services or the UPI services. These are all we are providing for everyone in a same manner, right? These comes under the mass retail banking. Whereas class retail banking means the customized products and services. We all have HNI customers, right? So for the HNI customers alone, there are some banks which provide a customized products and services. So these comes under the classic retail banking, or it is also called as private banking. Okay, Now we will see what are the main difference between the retail banking and wholesale banking. The type of customers. See, in wholesale banking, the governments or the big corporates are the customers, okay? Whereas in retail, we already seen that individuals or the small companies are the customers in the retail banking. Transactions, see, large volume of transaction is involved in the wholesale banking, whereas small transaction but with large volume, that is many transactions will be there. In the retail banking, NPA risk, this is the main thing actually. If for example you just take it like 100 crores is given to some corporate in wholesale banking, if it becomes NPA, it is a huge loss, right? So the risk is very high in wholesale banking, whereas it is low in retail compared to wholesale banking, as the diversification of fund is there in retail banking. The services which we provide in wholesale banking, the working capital financing or pension disbursement schemes, see, these are all in large amount it will be there, right? See, so it is and also like bank to bank financing, so everything comes under the wholesale banking. Whereas in retail, we have already seen like housing loan, credit card, car loan, SB, current account, term deposits. These are the financial services we are providing in a retail banking service. Next one is, what is the definition of retail banking? We all know that retail banking, now only we have seen in our introduction part, that is the financial service to individual customers, how to manage their money or how to get a credit or how to invest their money, the basic financial services that we provide to them, right? This is what the retail banking is. And what are the service we are providing to them is like a bill payments, debit card, credit card, mortgage loan, personal loan, car loan, ATM, online banking, everything, okay? These all comes under the retail banking definitions only. Actually, in book it is given more definitions for what is retail banking. If you go through that, these are the common words, you can see what is retail banking is, okay? Just once if you go through, you will get a better idea about this. Actually, we also provide all the services at the branch level for the small account holders as well as medium sized business also. Now we have extended and take it into the retail banking sector, and even some banks take the private banking, that is class banking, in retail banking also, okay? These are all the basic definitions of retail banking that is also given in the book. Next, we move on to the advantage of retail banking. See, retail banking gives more advantage, see, because we will get a large client base. It means we will get more number of customers, so that we will also, it will be multiplied, okay? Then the very important thing is credit risk is spread or diversified. We have already seen in this tabular column itself. Then we will have very loyal customers, that is we will more number of customers, we can deliver more number of products also. Then customer don't change from one bank to another often. This sometimes we can take this, or sometimes due to heavy competition we face many issues in this also. So less volatility in the sense where the ups and downs the customer faces, if it is a large customer, we face more and more ups and downs in their demand or the credit. Then we go for the constraints in retail banking, that is what are the problems or what are the restrictions we have in retail banking. We all know that since there are large number of customers, we face problem in managing them, as well as if there is a rapid evolution of different products are coming, if then IT complications will be there. And RBI has taken a review regarding the walk-in customers as well as the use of ATMs or the other thing, and they have said that number of low value transactions we are handling, right? So it gives us high cost, so we asking the customers to use the ATM and on other online banking services to make it so cost effective. So this was the main constraint actually we face in retail banking because of the large volume of customers actually. See, higher delinquencies, it means delinquency in the sense the obligation of the customer. See, unsecured retail loans or credit cards are there. Since if the customer didn't pay, it is very risky for banks to recover the amount, right? So there is high delinquencies is there. And unhealthy competition, I have already said, like if for example if you think we are providing different amount for gold loans, right? Gram rates are different, so at that time the customers may switch from one bank to another, so unhealthy competitions are there. Any loss in faith, for example if you take if a breakout of blocker has happened in any one of the bank, it affects the other banks also, right? So this was actually the problem we faced. Actually, we have covered 1.1 to 1.4 in this chapter now. If you have any doubt, just put it in the comments and we will see in the next video. Thank you